So we came down to my big JoAnns after all today. So here we are, and there seems to be several people disappointed as they're leaving. Nate's with me. But we're gonna go in and see. I think I'm about to get heartbroken, you guys. So remember, this is the store that I love so much. So wish us luck. Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? I did it again. You may see the intro. I think what I'm going to do with this video is put the intro to where I went, then talk, then give you a different video from a different store, then talk. I think that's what we're going to do. But as you may see from the title, I did it again. I went to JoAnns again. So Nate and I decided to go today. And originally, I told you in yesterday's video, last night's video, I think is when it came out. For me, it's like it just came out. It's like present time, so I'm a little fresh on what I said, but well, not what I said, because I did the video. Anyway, the fun of YouTube timing, right? We're going to go to this JoAnns. This JoAnns is my small JoAnns. My little brother went there the day before me, and he said, there's no yarn. And I was like, there's no yarn? That can't be. No way. Especially because that town, I will say, like, during all the, like, Hobby Lobby sales, during any, like, good clearance sales anywhere else, that town is still always the last to go. So, like, I always just say there's less yarny people there, right? Like, the stores, the Hobby Lobbies and the JoAnns and everything that are over here, directionally from me, they're always the first to go, even though they're the smaller stores. Like, it's the smaller JoAnns. Well, it's my middle-sized JoAnns, but it's smaller than the giant one and everything. And it's the small Michaels and that's there. They're always the first to go. This direction is my big, giant JoAnns that you will have already seen me going into today. I love that store. I love it. And even now in its final moments, it is not letting me down. I expected nothing, because I did tell you that when the last video was about me going to the medium-sized one over there. I had no hopes for the big one. I wasn't going to go back to the big one. But after my little brother told me there's no yarn, I was talking to Nate and I said, why don't we try the big JoAnns and just see what's going on. And then if we hit it big, then maybe my little brother just ran in, wasn't really looking, and ran out. Like, maybe, which is fine. He's not, he loves my yarn stuff. He's not a yarn person. So, like, I know he just did it, like, as a favor. He and his girlfriend were out on the town up there, and they stopped in. So if it was a quick look and he missed it, then that's good for me. And if he was right, I would be sad. And we'll see in the upcoming video here which one happened. But I will say, starting from now, I went to the big store. And I found yarn. They were, I don't want to say fully stocked. They were not fully stocked. I couldn't get video of the shelves in that one because there were so many people. We almost didn't find a parking spot. Like, we happened to find one close to the store, but somebody must have just left, because I was looking around and I was like, we're going to have to walk from like there's, I don't know if you could see from the video, but there's an Ollie's. The Ollie's that always disappoints me, that never has yarn. There's an Ollie's. And then there's JoAnns. And then there's something else. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's nothing, I guess, that interests me, because there is another store, but I can't remember for the life of me what it is. This is a town I only go to because of JoAnns. So And then in the same lot is that restaurant, Henry's Hamburgers that I was telling you guys about, which were closed today. So we did not eat at Henry's, even though we went down there again. But anyway, the shelves were not barren. I will say I found some things I didn't expect to be there yet. So we're going to talk about it. I'm going to show you. I ended up getting, you know, I get reusable bags every time I go. So I got 2 more of these. These were the coolest design that I could find there, which is crazy. But they had, I looked for Randy. I looked for Aaron. There were no witchy bags of any sort. I myself would have gotten them if there were, but there were none. There weren't anything amazing. They didn't have any fall or Halloween bags. They didn't have any puppy related, not doggy bags, like no puppy bags, no nothing like that. So I got 2 of those, and then the yarn I got fits there. And then I got some other stuff. I'm actually going to start with the other stuff that I got because I got some pretty cool stuff. They were very well stocked. You guys remember from the last store, from yesterday's video, that I got this guy. And I said what I really wanted to find was the purple one. They had one of this guy. And I'm calling this like the Big Twist memorabilia or the Big Twist swag. I say both, but they were pretty well stocked in this Big Twist memorabilia stuff, right? So here's like the keychain that I really, really wanted. I have plenty of bags for this to go on, you know, for these to go on. So I have another bag's going to get that. And then they had the other one that I really wanted, which was the crochet hook. There we go. He's like a clover crochet hook or something. I don't know. And it says Big Twist on it also, which I didn't realize that this said Big Twist. So I'm really happy about that. I mean, like, of course it should because it's, you know, the Big Twist swag, but in case some of them don't. So that's the thing. But I got him, which I really wanted. They had a whole box full of like the scissors, the plushy scissors. I don't remember if there was another one. I can't remember the other clips, if there were other clips, but I know there's scissors. I did not get those. Like, in all honesty, had I just seen these 2, I wouldn't even have the pink one from the other store, if that store had them, because these were the ones that I really wanted. But I did manage to get those. They had the sticky notes from the other day. I didn't get those because I have both now. They had, I was so happy, because they have a coffee mug, but I don't need a coffee mug. Coffee mugs are something that take up space that I just don't want to give space to. You know, I don't drink coffee. I drink hot chocolate. I have 1 mug that I use for that, or 2 maybe, like interchangeably, I guess, depending on how much hot chocolate I want. And those are the only mugs I really need, and I have more than those 2. So like I don't need more. But I found a patch that says Stitch Witch. So I was pretty darn excited about that. I don't know what I'll put it on yet, but I'll figure it out because I love it. And so it's going on something, that's for sure. And then the stickers that I found the other day, they had a different set of, a different set of them. Look at the little chunky cat. He's so cute. He is so cute. And the balls of yarn. And so they just have, you know, a bunch of different cool ones. These are another, like the raised, almost kind of puffy stickers from like when we were kids, when I was a kid anyway. So I got that. And then I saw, I mean, I'm telling you, I went like grab, because I couldn't believe they had this much of the memorabilia, the swag left. I couldn't. I don't know how well the holographics are going to show up, but the bag Randy is looking for is the tarot cards. I didn't find it, but I did find the stickers, which I didn't know if you would want, Randy, but I definitely did. So I grabbed one. because I will stick them on things, or, you know, just be happy that I have some Big Twist witchy things. I don't know yet what I'll do with them, but I loved them and I want them. And I freaking love the little space, like, it's so random, but look, astronaut space kitties. There's several of them on here. And I don't know why, but they amuse me greatly. So I got those. Then, I have not found, and I probably will not find, I think there's a tarot card version of this, like the tarot card cover, but I actually didn't even pull the plastic off this yet or anything. Let me see if I can do that pretty easily so you guys can see. Maybe. You'd think it's like one piece. How the heck did they get it on here? There it is. I was gonna say there's got to come apart somewhere, right? It says it's a 64-page notebook. But on the cover are granny squares, which they have bags for these too. And I know that was the other bag that Randy wanted. They did not have that either, girl. But yeah, they had this. They had a bunch of like the vinyl stickers. I didn't get all the stickers that there were to get or anything, but they had a lot of them. And it's just a lined notebook. It's got one of these elastic doodads in here and a pen holder. So, you know, and it's got a separate bookmark too. I guess I had it upside down, sorry, because the bookmark's here. So it's got like a bookmark ribbon. But, you know, to use for whatever you want to use it for. And it's just all the same lined pages. But I got one because I really wanted it. I went crazy. Like, Nate was like, they had this little notebook, which has a ruler on the back. I did not realize that. That's adorable. Let me open that too for you. Now that I figured out the magic of it. It's just a little small one, and it says, I turn strings into things. It's magic. There we go. Isn't that cute? And then the back has got, remember when Lion Brand had the ruler on their labels? Like on the older labels? So it's got a ruler back there. And then it's also just lined notebook paper all the way through. Yep. So I got a little notebook. And then, let me see here. We found these pins, which I've been watching Yellowstone and 1923 and 1883, I think, are the 2-year names of the other 2 shows that go with Yellowstone. But I've been watching that a lot. So I got this, which I thought was adorable. And then I still probably wouldn't have got it, but I just think it's funny because Nate, he wasn't wearing it today. Actually, he's the person that got the crocheted hat, the 80s hat. That's the 80s hat that I made him. That he wears it everywhere. I love that he loves it so much. But when he's not wearing that, he wears a cowboy hat everywhere. So I just thought that was really funny. I was like, it's Nate, except he doesn't crochet. I do, but. Anyway, it's funny. It's funny to me. Little things make me laugh. And then I got one of the Yarn Chicken Champion pins also. So they're just little pins. So I got 2 pins. And then I found this, which I wanted the tarot card canvas one, right? The zippy bag. But they only this was literally the only one. It's just a pouch. And it says Granny Life. It's got a box bottom. See a little box bottom. But yeah, there's the granny squares. And both sides are the same, and they say Granny Life on them. And what am I feeling in here? Oh, it's got a zippy pouch inside too. So there's a little zippy pouch right there. And then, so like for a smaller project or notions or whatever you want to put in here. And it's got a carry handle too. Small skein to make a hat. You could carry that in there and carry it with you. But yeah, so I grabbed that. because I'm already like JoAnn's nostalgic, crazy. I can only imagine what people who actually got to enjoy AC More, I remember the name of it today. I can only imagine what people went through, maybe still going through if they loved it, you know, that much. Because I know how bad I wanted to visit it and never got to, but I feel like I would have been pretty attached to that. And I feel like that's what I'm going through with JoAnn's right now, you know. I also did at this store find 2 of the soft grip hooks that I love so much. These were the only 2 left. So I got an H hook, which is a 5mm, and I got an E hook, which is a 3.5mm, which will come in handy for the monsters that I want to start making. So I got 2 more hooks. And then the last thing that I got, which people have been reviewing, there's 2 different hooks that Big Twist put out. I got a D hook from them because it's one of the sizes that they had left. And people have been saying that they do really like the shaft of this, but not the handle. And if you've seen any of the videos where I crochet really weird, I think, compared to a lot of people, including the way I hold my crochet hook. So I kind of think, I'm theorizing that this handle is not going to bother me. But we shall see. This is a 3.25mm. And it's the other one. I needed this one also for the monsters as a recommended size. I mean, it'll obviously depend on what yarn I use, and we'll talk about that too, actually. But, so I got that. So, at that store, that was all of the, like, notions and swag and such that they had. I'm going to stick this back in the bag before I cause a landslide. I'm just going to put my stuff from yesterday's video in there. Put the stickers and keychains and stuff together. Oh no, I almost lost them there. See what I mean? Landslide. All right. Like you can see by the bag, it's already, I have got to put yarn away because it is just piling up on my little table right here like crazy. But anyway, that's what I got from there. Then the yarn. Let's see. We're going to start with, we'll start with this bag. There were 2 of these left, which I know I already have some of, but I can't, what if I can't get them soon? And what if I want to do a full blanket? And, you know, and if I don't, if I decide one day that I've made enough of everything with this yarn, then you know what? I will have some JoAnns to give away to people. And that's okay too. So like, this doesn't bother me. But this is, I've gone over the stats so many times in my latest videos, and they're going out of business. So I'm not probably going to read through all the stats, or this video is going to be super long again. If you're really curious, you can either ask me, I'll type it out for you, or about a certain yarn or something, or watch my other videos. Like in every other one, I think I say all the stats to everything. But yeah, if you're curious, just ask. I will type it down below. But I will tell you the colors and such. This color is Arcade Party, and it just has all of these fun, almost rainbowish colors, but these just remind me of, I know they're not specifically 80s colors, but the fact that it's called Arcade Party, the fact that it has quick color changes, like look at how fast these color changes are, you guys. And then, I don't know, just the fun, almost rainbowy color. It does still feel very 80s to me. So I love it a lot, and I know I'm going to want to use it, and I know I'm probably going to want a big blanket of it or something. So I got 2 of them. And honestly, as I say in most of these, like, I'm not apologetic for the amount of yarn that I get to hoard away, because I know that I will either use it or give it away to let somebody else enjoy it. So this is like, there's no shame. That's why when I say, when you guys join the Facebook group and stuff, I'm like, I want to see your yarn hauls. If you're afraid to show it for people to see it, I don't care if you email it to me. I want to see all the yarn. I love, love, love. I want you guys to have 3 times as much yarn as me and to show me all of it, because I want to see everything. There's no reason. If you're proud of it, I want to see it. I'm just saying. No shame to me. I found one of these little orphans in the color just orange, and it's a big twist value. And that was really the main goal for today. If I happened to find any vortex yarn or any jelly bean yarn, that would have been great. But I know how much I'm going to miss all of the big twist value line, and how I knew I could just find a color that I needed from there. So yeah, my goal was to see what big twist value colors were left, and from that, like, shop for what I really wanted. So yeah, that's what I did. But I did find some specialty yarn. I found the red jelly bean was still in stock there, which really amazed me. And I went back and forth. Like, do I want to grab like everything that's left because I feel bad leaving it? Like orphaning just a few. Do I want to grab enough to even out my numbers at home with the other ones? What do I want to do with this? And I think that's what I literally took them in and out of my cart like 4 different times. But I think I did put like 4 or 5 back, and this is just what I came home with. But if you are not familiar with the jelly bean yarn, let me just show you that it has this other colored string like wound through it. In this instant, like in this case, it is 2 different shades of blue and like a pink and a red that are running through here. So they, fade out as they go. But it's very Americana looking, even though that's pink. Like, I feel like it's very Americana looking. And I don't normally go for Americana, but I have said this before. My weird obsession with Stranger Things, season 3, they have the Independence Day celebration, and everything is very Independence Day like orientated as far as the town of Hawkins goes. Not as far as the main theme. The main theme is still, the monsters and the Russians and all the bad stuff that happened, but the town of Hawkins is very Independence Day related, or decorated and such. And I'm not obsessed with Americana colors. I'm obsessed with the thought of like 1980s Americana, if that makes any sense. Like, especially the town of Hawkins in Stranger Things. But so anyway, I ended up bringing home, so I think I had 3 the other day, which I was like, that's fine, that's enough. Had I not found more, I would have been happy with that. But I ended up bringing home 5 more to make 8, because I do believe that most of the colors I ended up with 8 of, except for like the ones like the whites and the black. I think I have more of that. But I think I ended up with 6 or 8 of most of them. So I got enough to make 8. And then I found these 2 also kind of just orphaned together, Rave. Now the other store had this citrus color that was orange and yellow, so it was really hard to see. This is the orange and pink one, which I also didn't have a ton of, but I love, like, especially bright orange and bright pink. I love orange and pink together. This is the color Super Beach. And yeah, I got 2 of those. So they were the only 2 raves that the store had left at all. And they had a lot. This was one of the big sellers at that store, apparently. They had 2 left of the vortex yarn. And guess what it's in? That's right, Neon Rainforest. Yep, Neon Rainforest. So I did get 2 more of those. I was still looking for that Canyon Nights. I was hoping beyond hope that they had like some shipment come in or something, or found some in the back room kind of deal. But no, these are the only 2 left that I could find anywhere in the store. And admittedly, every trip I took down there, I did watch them dwindle. Like, there was some Rosebud, there was some Canyon Cliffs or whatever, the orange and blue one. And then there was quite a few of these. And I watched all the numbers of those dwindle. I don't think they ever did get another shipment or mystery find or anything in. These were just the ones that nobody took. So I took them. I already have, I think, 12 or 14, but I needed to give these guys a home too. I was saying goodbye to JoAnns today. It makes me want to cry saying that. I'm not gonna get into the emotionalness of it. I did take some pictures, which I'll probably post in the Facebook group. I might throw them in here. If you see some still pictures, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I said goodbye to JoAnns in my own way today in the store, and it was a very sad moment for me. Oh, this one is also not just yarn. It's yarn related, but it's not just yarn. I've been wanting to do this for absolute ever. And I found this on they had just some stacks of baskets that had clearance in them. And I thought it was counted cross stitch for a minute there. But what it was is a needle punch kit. And I told Nate, I was like, when I was looking at it, I didn't look over here because it's going to be like, duh, because it says that it's included. But I was like, if the needle punch is in here when I turn it over, I'm going to buy this. And it was. So needle punch is kind of, if you've never seen it, the canvas does look like cross stitch canvas to me from what I can see in here. And it goes in a ring like cross stitch, but you thread the yarn through this needle and you literally punch it. I'm not sure how this works. I see there's like a wire in here. Don't know what that's for yet. I've just seen people that already know what they're doing punching, and it looks really, really cool. And it kind of looks like an embroidered stitch. But I love the moon stuff. I love stars and moons anyway, so I grabbed this since it was there, and since seems like it has all of everything that I'll need. It says it has printed monk's cloth, yarn, 6-inch plastic hoop, a needle, punch needle tool, and instructions. Which it also definitely has these wires. I guess I can't tell from here, but maybe they are used in the needle because there's like here. If this is resealable like it looks like. Oh, it's not. I'd have to actually open it. No? Maybe? No, it is. Ah, no, I win. Well, I'm not going to say I win until it's open, right? Maybe I can at least grab the needle out because it's like stuck so much that it was almost like adhered to it. But if I can grab said needle out, I was going to show you. Everything's in bags. I'm sorry for the crinkling. I just set that down. Like here is what I thought was the needle, and it is the needle tool. But there's also these, I don't know if you'll be able to see. Well, you can see right here by my hand, maybe. Right here, there's these wires that are attached to this. And they go down here, and they're, verify, they are loose in the package. But there's this hole here that I assume goes all the way up to this hole here. So maybe that's how you thread yarn. I don't know exactly yet, but I will watch some videos if I have to, or I will read instructions. But I will try to get this back in now and reseal the package. So it's like super heavy duty adhesive on here that almost like melted to the plastic. So that's why I thought it was like heat sealed or something first. But I only opened it enough to get that out. So anyway, so I'm excited. I'm going to try that soon. Very excited about that. And then the last thing in this bag I got was some more just basic. This is Big Twist Value in black. And I got 4 of those, it looks like. I thought I got more of these, and I do have another bag, so I mean, it's possible that more ended up there, but here's the 4 that I got. And then I'm going to set these back in here before I grab the other bag. I hope you guys don't mind. But yeah, that's basically what and like I said, I wanted to film and show you guys and everything, like the store today, but there were so many people. It was crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that many people at a JoAnns in my life. Like, it was nuts. Whoa, don't fall. Just I want you back in the bag. Please don't fall. Please don't. And that's why I wanted to put it back in the bag, because it was getting quite tipsy up there. Let's put you guys away too. This bag is stuffed. I thought I could do like a better job maybe of packing it. Like maybe she just threw stuff in. No, it's stuffed no matter what you do. Okay, so that's one bag. And then the second bag I got is, I'm going to guess, more Big Twist value unless I forgot something. Oh, there is this one. I only got one of these, and I don't even know right now if I'm going to use it, but I have been wanting to get the Big Twist Heather since they came out, because Heather. I have nothing against it, and I really do love heathered yarn. I don't have a bunch of any of the colors. This is literally the first one I've got. This is the color charcoal, and it has this nice heathered charcoal color. If I had unlimited room right now, if I had, unlimited anything, I would get more of this because I really do like it. It's something I'm probably going to miss out on. Unless I throw some in an order, because I decided after today, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I've made some decisions. I got at least 2 of the cream color, because you know I love my 80s vintageness, right? 70s, 80s looking. So I got those, and then I got what looks to be 4 of the chocolate browns. And I already knew that I had some of this, but you guys, I have at least 3 different blankets planned with that color specifically. So I knew I needed more. So I got 2, and these are the 4. And it does look like I got 2 more cream. So here's the other 2 cream to go with that, because I love it. The cream goes with brown, it goes with orange, it goes with mustard, it goes with avocado, it goes with like this turquoisey aqua teal color from the 70s, powder blue. It goes with anything like that. For my aesthetic, I love it. So, I had to get it. And then they did not have any neons except for this one, but I got 2 more of the hot pink, because I love it. I love my neons too. I love both sides of the 80s colorways, right? The bright in your face neons and rainbows, and then the old this came from your grandma's basement type of colors. So really those were like 50s, 60s, 70s colors, I know, but I love both aspects, So I got 2 of the pinks. And the last thing that I got from this store, and I think I got them just because they were the only 2 left, and because I do love them. It's kind of like the same as with the arcade party at the beginning of the video. I got 2 more of the roller rink colorway. That's the rainbowy variegated. But again, like, look at the color changes and how quick those are. And I already know I'm going to love it. I really I want badly to make a mile a minute blanket with these bordered in black. I think that will look amazing. I do. So I fully plan to do that. And they had them. They were staring at me. They were like, take me home and put me with your other rainbow lusciousness. So I am. So I got those 2. And that's what I got from that store. Now, before I show you the clip of the next store, I just want to say that I'm actually fully aware, and brought this up to Nate today, that the prices right now are not stellar as far as sales, as far as clearance, as far as everything must go type of sales, right? I mean, 25% off of yarn is what I paid. So the prices were, 25% off of whatever they were. But they weren't, like I said, that wasn't like an amazing, there's so often that you can get, 40% off or 30% off, and then sometimes stack a coupon with that. We have seen much better deals in the past. However, the problem, and I personally at this price would like to have had the luxury of just waiting until they got lower, which I'm sure a lot of people would, but everyone is buying them up. So, which is great. It's great for them. It's what they want anyway. And I'm not faulting anybody, because I mean, panic buy is a real thing. I know, trust me. I know. I'm not faulting anybody for doing it, but the point is that, like me, who could have just waited around and, it's going to be gone. It is going to be gone. Like, not to stir up any panic with anybody, but the JoAnns that I got this at was the best stocked one in the area that I know of, at least in my immediate area. And even that one, compared to obviously its glory days of its splendor, is it's not huge, like hugely stocked. I mean, the store itself is huge. So I don't know. I mean, it's a fine balance, but like, all I'm saying is that if there is something that you're like, I really need to get out and get that, it is worth going right now, or getting it online if you can, or whatever. But I'm a little scared to get stuff online right now, just because technically the stores are no longer JoAnns. Technically, that's why they're not doing the gift cards and the coupons and stuff. But I suppose the mail order right now is still JoAnns. That's why I wasn't sure if they were going to keep an online presence or not. Like Radio Shack's, Samantha, I was talking to Samantha tonight from Amethyst Craftworks, and she was talking about how Radio Shack went out of business years and years ago, brick and mortar, but they're an online presence apparently still. I didn't know this, but they're apparently still an online presence now. It would be awesome if JoAnns did that, It would make some of us panic buyers feel dumb. Maybe. Myself anyway. I'm not saying anybody else should ever feel dumb. But myself and, maybe others would join me in that and think like, oh gosh, we could have got this online this whole time, upcoming time. We didn't need to do all this. But it is what it is. And there is no, like I said, there's no shaming. There's no nothing as far as I'm concerned. But all of that being said, I'm leery of doing an online order, but since I don't want to just like go driving to like an even further away JoAnns that I'm not even familiar with, that I don't know that, maybe their locals are like, oh, this JoAnns is never well stocked. I wouldn't know that. So I don't know that I'm going to go like chasing down the colors that I want, but because I've narrowed it down to, oh, I just really want like this and this of big twist value, and then I'll be set and happy, and my numbers will match, and I can make big blankets or whatever. I might do an online, like a very small online order. But I feel like I need to decide that soon, Now, I'm going to add in my clips of the smaller store, the one my little brother said had no yarn. I'm going to add them in right here. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to switch to it, Scooby-Doo style, but we're just going to jump to that right now. This is the sad Holland store, the small size store for me. This is the reality of JoAnns today. There's this aisle. There's this yarn. Oh, that's Nate stepping out of you guys' way. What a gentleman. So there's some like blanket yarn, posh yarn, stuff like that. And then there's this. There's virtually no, I don't think I found a big twist yarn. There's a red heart. Nate found some yarn. He found some that I'd like. And that's what we got, you guys. Sad day. And hopefully I did the clip right. If I edited well, you've already seen. When we got there, the cupboards were bare. That store had that store made me want to cry. It made me want to cry badly. That one was my small store. It's my small store. My little brother was not joking. He was not wrong. What they like, basically, if a yarn said Big Twist, it wasn't there, unless it was, I think we saw Posh yarn and whatever other like baby blanket velvety type yarns that the kind I don't use, basically, so I don't pay attention to myself. They were pretty well stocked, it seemed like. Definitely more well stocked than the Big Twist value, which I'm not sure that we saw one single Big Twist value there. Like, you've seen the video clips since I have, so maybe there was a few somewhere. I sort of feel like I would have been like, oh, the orphans, and at least went to them to check them out. But maybe I was just overwhelmed. I'm not sure, and I don't remember very well. They definitely had no new yarns, no rave, no vortex, no jelly bean, no icing, no what's it called? Is it just super twist or something like that? The colored ones that are more ropey kind of feeling, that have like 6 or 8 plies to them. None of that. No Galaxy, nothing that I would consider like a new or like special, specialty type of yarn. And then, like I said, like no Big Twist value, no Big Twist like Heathers or nothing like that. Shimmer, there was not one to be found that I could find. And I know that store does sell them, because the I don't think you can see them, but the extra gray shimmers that I do have, that's like the only color of Big Twist shimmer that I have. That's where I got them from, was that store, I believe. So nothing. But what they did have, I got this bag because I couldn't find any witchy bags. And I actually feel like I got more bags than anything else in this trip. I didn't. I do have some stuff to show you. And I did buy a couple yarns. I'll get into why I bought those. But I found this fall bag. It says fall is in the air. And it's got all the different gray leaves and such. And notice I don't have enough yarn to fill that one. And I got one more. Oh, fall, we meet again. Partially because I love them. Like, I really love this bag. As far as, like, if it's not a Halloween bag or, like, a dog bag or something like that, witch bag, this would probably be my favorite. Like, the regular fall bags I love. And I love this one. I don't know why, but I love it. So I got another one. And if I don't use it, which I think I will, because I use them for, like, my overflow yarn storage, they go into these bags. Like, at least for right now. But if I don't use it, I can pass it along to somebody that I know will use it, that will like it, Then I got this. This is the last bag that I got. And I'm going to show you this much of it. The bag itself says walk it out, but it's got a lady right here, and she's walking dogs, and on the other side, the dogs are over here. There's more dogs. I wanted this so bad. They had the bags in the front like normal, and then back by the fabric, they had more hung up. Like, that's where I found the red and black plaid looking one back there. And so I grabbed that. And then I grabbed this one that was the only one left and laying on the floor underneath it. So I assumed somebody knocked it down and that's where it landed, and that's that. Well, the cashier didn't notice. Nate didn't notice when he was putting it up because he was unloading the cart for me. The very sad, small little cart. And I didn't notice. None of us noticed. If the cashier did notice, she didn't say anything. And I feel like that's a crappy move if she didn't, but it is what it is. I assume she did. I just assume she didn't see it. Here's why. Can you guys see it right now? Like, the reason why? I can't tell because my camera's further away, that, like, detail-wise, I can't tell. But here's why. A box cutter cut through it. In fact, not there, but all the way through it. Which I could potentially put tape inside, I guess, if I really wanted to keep this. I don't think I will go to that measure because the dogs are very, very cute. Very cute. But I do have a lot of different bags. I like the handles. They have daisies and butterflies. I love the dog walking lady. I love, you know, I love it. But, unfortunately, and it was only like $1 something. So like, I'm not going to go take it back. You can't actually. Everything is final, right? All sales are final. So that's my bad, you know. The only thing I was like terribly excited about was they also, remember the Granny Life canvas bag that I showed you, the little small bag that I said could be for notions or whatever at the beginning of the video? They had one of that style of any type, any design. They had one, and it was this one. They had the yarn tarot, the only one. It's another box bottom. It's another zippy here, and I presume with purple inside, they have another zippy pouch right there for the inside. I was so excited to see this. And this is the bag type that Randy wants, like of these type of bags she was looking for. So I went to look for that also, and they did not have it at this store either. So yeah, they had no other witchy. They had 2 witchy design bags, I lie, but they were the little ones that I personally don't use. I want to stuff either lots of yarn into these, or I want to stuff like blanket projects into them. One just had a moon on it, and one, I don't even remember the other one, but it wasn't like, it didn't strike me as like, oh, amazing or anything. But they had 2 of them. I didn't get them. I sincerely hope that it's not one that Randy wanted or Aaron, because I have been looking for bags for them. But yeah, I was excited because they had this. So I got that. Then the monsters that I want to make, the book suggests for some of them to put plastic canvas in the bottom, like cut plastic canvas to put in their little feet. So I was going to grab a sheet or 2. Well, the sheets were like 80 some cents a piece, and I had 4 or 5 of them in my hand. I ended up getting this. It says it's 12 sheets. I guess I didn't count, but I'm pretty sure they're correct. So 12 sheets, and it was like $5 and some change. So I got this, because I figured I can just cut it open, pull out what I need, you know, and then this will slide like right, you know, away with like some books or something somewhere. But yeah, so I got that. And then I was going by, and you guys know, the thing is, I told Nate, I said, I don't feel right leaving without yarn, but they have nothing like Big Twist Value, nothing, you know. I am not a Caron Simply Soft person, but this is just about the only Caron Simply Soft they had either. This is the color Honeycomb, and they had just these 2 orphans sitting around, just these 2. They weren't even on a yarn shelf. They were just sitting around somewhere else. When we were headed back to look for books, actually. That store had some books, but they dispersed them throughout the store. Like by the yarn, they had knitting books. They had no crochet books, but they had knitting ones. By the home decor, they had like home decorating books. So like they dispersed them by category throughout their store. Maybe to fill up some of the shelf area, I don't know, but it's 'cause there was like nothing, as you saw in the video. But yeah, this is the color Honeycomb, and it's got this nice, pretty speckly brown and gold speckle in amongst this honey wheat color yarn. So I grabbed those 2. And the only other thing I got, and I know you guys are gonna be like, Heather, are you freaking kidding? Let me show you, because I hate working with stuff like this, but how fun is this Bernat blanket? How fun is that? And my thought was, this was the only one they had. I snagged it up because Oh, it's in the color Dino Egg Dot. And it is Bernat Baby Blanket. The monsters that I want to do. I was thinking a smaller one maybe. How much fun this would be in a monster. How cool would that look? And it's, as far as blanket yarn goes, it's, to me, it's on a thinner side. Like, I don't really know my blanket yarns because I don't like them. But this seems to be thinner than most of the ones I've worked with, even though it says it's a size 6. So yeah, I got it. I got it. And I figured if I don't like it, if I don't want it, then I bet one of my friends will like it and I can send it to them to make some amigurumi with or something. But I'm going to try to make a monster out of this, I think. So you know what? That's everything I got. And I'm pretty sure that this was my goodbye to Joann's brick and mortar, especially. Like, I might do the one order, like I said, to just grab up and even up the solid big twist value yarns that I feel like I still need or want. But then yeah, this is, I'm seriously gonna have to like pretend Hobby Lobby doesn't exist when it's clearance time for them. Because normally I partake in that, at least to some small degree. I'm gonna have to, I gotta start using the yarn and not buying the yarn, that's for sure. Considering I was I'm not gonna buy yarn this year. Except when I really need it or want it. Or, you know, I wasn't gonna deny myself, but I wasn't gonna go buying a bunch either. And then Joann's closed on us, and here we are, so. Anyway, and I bet you guys are Joann's out too. But maybe not. Hopefully you enjoyed looking at the yarn with me. And yeah, I know like pretty much every video of mine lately has been Joann's yarn, and I need to start making things and showing you things. I do have some stuff coming up. But all right, I am gonna go. Thanks for sticking it out with me, you guys. Yeah. Oh, the one thing I was gonna add, the Joann's, the small Joann's that we went to that had almost nothing, they had in their, like, while you're standing in line, they had on their table, and I don't know if it's going to go to like the company, I don't know if it's for the manager maybe who's been there, I don't know who it's for, but they had papers to write on that said like, we're sorry to go, also we'll miss you terribly, that kind of thing. And it said, if you have a happy memory of Joann's and would like to share it, you can write it down. So I did, and I didn't film it because like there were so many people in line behind us. At that point, Nate was unloading the cart so that I could finish writing and move up because we were just trying to not be in people's way. But I wrote on there, you know, like Joann's was the first craft store I ever visited with my grandma, and that was 30 years ago. And then I wrote like, thank you, and we're really gonna miss you and we love you. So, but that was cool. Like a bunch of people had already written. I seen a bunch of different ones there, but I couldn't stop and read them because we were trying to hurry. But yeah, anyway, so maybe your Joann's has something like that, and if there's something that you want to like share with them, that would be cool to the workers there, I'm sure. I still fully plan. I told David this today. I fully plan to check and see. I'm liking the idea more and more of getting a shopping cart from there because we asked them today, both stores, if they were going to sell them, and they said that like eventually they were going to sell them. They were going to liquidate down to everything. Like, I would love to get a shopping cart, especially one of the like older green ones that say Joann's on them. I love those. To put up in my room upstairs and use that for storage. Like, instead of just a wheelie cart, I could have a cart. I could store my Joann's yarn in it that I have overly bought. And then I don't know if all the stores have had them, but my store has always had like these standing baskets. There's like 3 or 4 tiers with a basket, and they're like an open top basket. And it's a standing rack that I wouldn't have to like lean against a wall or fix to a wall or anything. I would really like to get those to store yarn in. So it's just a thought, and I don't know how they sell their stuff like that, but I would love to get my hands on those. Anyway, just a parting thought. All right, I'm really going to go this time. So, all right, I love you guys. Bye.